Module 1, Strategic Business Planning. Most brokers I meet are stuck in survival mode. They're busy, really busy. But at the end of the year, they look back and wonder where all that effort went. Here's the truth. Busy doesn't equal successful, and working harder won't fix a broken system. In this module, I'm going to show you how to build a strategic business plan that actually works. Not some dusty document you write once and forget. A living system that guides every decision you make. Let me ask you something. If I looked at your calendar right now, would I see your priorities or would I see chaos? Most brokers don't have a business plan. They have hope. Hope that the next deal closes. Hope that a referral comes through. Hope that they'll somehow hit their numbers. Strategic business planning isn't about creating a perfect forecast. It's about building a framework that tells you what to do today, this week, this month, to move toward your goals. Think of it like this. You wouldn't show a property to a client without understanding their criteria first, right? So why would you run your business without clear criteria for success? A strategic business plan answers 3 questions. Where am I going? How am I getting there? What do I do this week to make progress? That's it. Simple. But most brokers skip this step and wonder why they feel lost. Let me tell you about a broker I worked with. We'll call him Jake. Jake was doing okay, closing a few deals a year, making decent money, but he was exhausted, working nights, working weekends, always chasing. When I asked him what his plan was, he said, close more deals. That's not a plan, that's a wish. So we sat down and built a real strategic plan. We identified his ideal client, we mapped out his revenue targets, we reverse engineered how many meetings he needed each month to hit those targets. Then we blocked out time on his calendar to make it happen. Within 6 months, Jake closed more deals than he had the entire previous year, and he was working less, not because he got lucky, because he had a system. Here's the framework I use, and it's the same one I teach every broker I coach. Step 1, define your annual revenue goal. Be specific, not more than last year, a number, write it down. Step 2, break it into quarterly targets. This makes the goal feel manageable. You're not trying to close $2 million in a year. You're trying to close $500,000 this quarter. Step 3, identify your key activities. What actions directly lead to revenue? For most brokers, it's prospecting calls, client meetings, and follow-up. That's it. Everything else is noise. Step 4, assign weekly activity targets. How many calls do you need to make? How many meetings do you need to book? Reverse engineer your goal into weekly action. Step 5, block your calendar. This is where most brokers fail. They create the plan, then let their calendar get hijacked by everyone else's priorities. Block time for your key activities. Protect it like you'd protect a client meeting. Here's what this looks like in practice. Monday mornings, prospecting. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons, client meetings. Wednesday, deal management and follow-up. Friday morning, planning and pipeline review. Every week, same structure, no surprises. When you have a plan, you're not reacting, you're executing. Here's what I want you to do right now. Pause this video, grab a piece of paper or open a blank document. Write down your revenue goal for this year, then divide it by 4. That's your quarterly target. Now ask yourself, what are the 3 activities that will get me there? Write those down. Finally, look at your calendar for next week. Where can you block 2 hours for prospecting? Where can you block time for client meetings? Do that right now. Don't wait until you finish the course. Do it now. I've created a worksheet that walks you through this entire framework step by step. Download it. Fill it out. This is your roadmap. Your challenge for this module is simple. Build your strategic plan using the worksheet. Then share your quarterly revenue target and your top 3 key activities in the comments or with your accountability partner. Why? Because when you declare your plan, you're more likely to follow through. Now you might be thinking, okay, I have a plan. But how do I know if I can actually afford to execute it? How do I make sure I'm not running out of cash while I'm building my pipeline? That's exactly what we're covering in Module 2, Financial Planning Tools. I'm going to show you how to create a financial model that takes the stress out of your income and helps you make smarter decisions with your money. See you in the next module.